Hey, welcome to Monday Night Live in Lexington, you guys. My name is Katherine Kaufman, and I'm a psychic medium here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to Monday Night Live in Lexington. Now, last night we did try this episode, and today I thought we would just do a regular video on this. I'll have it edited and it'll be put up for you. Last night we were going to go over what is a paranormal alert and what is going on in the energy of today and back to the 26th. Now, on my Facebook page, if you guys follow me and you kind of watch the posts, every now and then I'll post a paranormal alert. And what is a paranormal alert exactly? Well, I noticed over the years a lot of people will call me at certain times of the month or maybe once every 3 or 4 months with a lot of elevated activity. And I feel like at certain times if I get more than 3 calls or if I get 3 calls within a 24-hour period, that tells me that activity is escalated and there may be reasons why that's happening. So we're going to look at that this evening. But the reason I post the alert is because there are a lot of people that are going through this, not just the ones that are dialing the phone to call me and let me know or ask me what to do. So I post the alert to let other people know that this is happening, and that they're not alone or they're not crazy, that the things that are going on at their house, other people are dealing with too, and they can take a little bit of comfort in that it's not just them and they're not alone. So that's the whole reason for the paranormal alert. It's just informational to let people know that this is the type of activity that's going on, and should it be happening to you, you can share your experience with someone else, or you can find out from the community things that you may be able to do to take care of that situation. So the original alert was posted on May the 26th, and I'm extending it through the 30th of May because the activity has gotten so bad. I am going to show some pictures of things that we need to look at that could be affecting what's going on. So let's look at the aspects of the last alert that I posted on the 26th. You know, what were the original complaints that people called in with? Because what I'm finding is there's one grouping that is very similar amongst a big population of people for this paranormal alert. So the aspects of the last alert, the first complaint that I got, and we're also going to look at the locations as well. The first complaint that I got was of a gnome sighting, and these are extremely rare. I've only gotten one other sighting like this, and it was 15 years ago. So that's how rare this type of activity is. Now, the lady indicated that her dogs were very upset in the home, and so she took them outside, I think to go to the bathroom or something. And at the end of the garden, she saw this creature the dogs were moving towards, and the dogs were very upset and barking at this creature. And this creature was very short, very stocky, appeared kind of green in color. She did say there was some red near the top of the head, and the creature was baring its teeth and hissing at the dogs. So that was really concerning, and we went over things that she might be able to do to eradicate this thing from her garden area, and precautions that she needs to take around that particular area. The next complaint was loud noises outside of the home, and this was reported by at least 4 other people. Now my theory on that is these could be like small sonic booms where entities come and go through portals. Or it can be physical, sounds of an entity trying to enter the home. Or it could be something else. The next complaint I got was of a dark mist that came down from the ceiling along the edge of the wall and then seeped through the floor while the person was sitting there watching TV. That to me feels like an entity invasion, could be a precursor to shadow person. And so those were the initial 3 reports I got within a 24-hour period when I first issued the paranormal alert on May 26th. Now, since then, May 27th and the 28th, I continued to get multiple people making comments and calling in about their animals being highly disturbed by something that they couldn't see. So most often the animals were reported to be barking at the corner of the room with nothing in the corner, or barking at the ceiling, or the cat's extremely agitated and anxious. So these were reported by multiple people. Now let's look a quick synopsis of how many states have been affected by this, because I was going to try to see if there's a correlation, or are these states grouped together tightly. Most of these complaints or occurrences were reported by people living in the central states, and in the specific area of Kentucky, it was central to south central Kentucky. So we had 25 total complaints or comments from central Kentucky people. Okay, now other states that reported things that were affected, and this can be more, it's just the people who reported it to me, that's what I'm reporting on. So Ohio was affected, New Jersey, North Carolina, Arizona, Utah, Massachusetts, Oregon, and Pennsylvania. So all of those were states that had at least one, if not 2 to 3 comments or complaints about this particular type of paranormal activity. Now, today is Tuesday. It is a full moon in Sagittarius, and the moon cycle was Sagittarius for yesterday as well. So Sagittarian influences like excitement, exploration, adventure, and that lends to an energy that is explorative, okay, in nature. And so I feel like because of this energy, there are certain portals that are open right now for entities to come and go very freely through and become very apparent. So I feel like that's exactly what is going on. So things that were not seen before are seen now. This portal will be temporary. It will close, and this activity will die down. But for now, it is very open and very active. So what I was looking up to is, we have proven that portals exist, and NASA is investigating what we call X-point portals. They've been investigating these X-point portals since 2014. If you want to know more about an X portal, all you have to do is type in X portals in the YouTube browser, and there will be several videos that come up that explain what an X-point portal is. But I'm going to, kind of go over it really briefly here. So an X-point portal is when a coronal hole ejects the solar winds towards the planet, and the Earth's magnetic field that's going outward crosses with the energy that's coming from the sun, or the electromagnetic fields that are coming from the sun. Now, where these two energy fields cross is called the X point, and it creates an electron diffusion region at this area of intersection. So what I'm going to do is show you kind of a picture of what I'm talking about. So this is just a basic picture of one of those interactions. It's a direct line from a direct portal from the sun to the earth, and it does affect us. It does affect a lot of electronics, the internet, um, and so we're looking at, electrical disturbances is what we're looking at. I also want to show you an application that I use to keep track of the energy in the sun and what's going on with the energy of the sun. So this is the NASA Space Weather app, and when you pull it up, you can see during the day what coronal holes, these black areas are the coronal holes. You can see how many, if they're connected to the earth, if they are affecting the earth, they will let you know that on the app. And the app is also connected to a particular YouTube channel, and I'll put that in the description box, the link to that YouTube channel, so that you can keep updated on this kind of stuff if you want to. And so this particular app is really fascinating and really good at keeping track of this type of thing. Another app that I use that I like to suggest is the disaster prediction app, and that's what it looks like, and it will go over things that you need to be aware of, like disaster risks, earthquakes, alerts like geomagnetic storms and things like that, and it's updated hourly. So if something happens, you're going to get an alert off of this application if you program it that way. So what I thought was interesting is in the last 24 hours, we have listed a solar flare that has a lot of magnetic complexity, and it's an M-class solar flare. We also have several earthquakes in Indonesia, New Zealand, Argentina, Fiji, and the Nicobar Islands in India. And so that is, I think that that's perfect example of how the universe and how the planets affect each other. They affect everything on the planet, and they're certainly going to affect what kind of entities are showing up at this time. So we have all this stuff going on, and the magnetic fields are extremely high right now. So entities can use that to show themselves, to apparate in different locations. And this portal is probably going to stay open for, I would say, another 48 hours before it starts to dissipate. Hopefully it will start to dissipate after 48 hours. If you're interested, I highly recommend those two apps if you want to track this. And my challenge to you is, let's get the apps and let's track this along with the paranormal alerts and see, do we definitely have a correlation between all of this electromagnetic energy that's being expended and paranormal alerts? My guess is this is a perfect example of it, and my guess is that the answer is going to be yes. So, but this is an attempt to try to explain what's going on during a paranormal alert and what's happening right now to make these things or cause these things to happen. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear them in the comments section below. And I invite you to watch Monday Night Live in Lexington every Monday night on Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, provided the live stream works and is not affected by the electromagnetic fields as it was last Monday. As always, kisses from Kentucky, and I will see you guys next Monday night for another episode. See you later. Take care.